Hello, everyone. How are y'all doing today? I hope you're doing well. So, welcome to my audio journal. I've been doing journaling for a while now. It's probably been like a year or two, which is crazy because, I never expected me to be a journaler. But I think I wanted to do more of a vocal one that I can kind of just say whatever and it goes into the void. So I wanted to do an audio journal. I think that'd be fun. And, it's kind of like venting and like talking about things that I love and like all that. Like, I think it's going to be a fun time. And I hope you stick around. And you're probably wondering, like, who is this guy? Like, why should I even care? And, you don't have to care. Like, I'm just going to, like, talk whatever and hope that you stick around. Like, it doesn't have to be that serious. And I don't really have any convincing words to like make you say. So I'm gonna tell you all about me, but it's not gonna be like I remember as a kid, like you would do an all about me, and it'd be like a poster, and you're like, oh my gosh, like my favorite color and my favorite like I don't even know like show. Here's my family. No, I feel like life changes so much, especially as an adult, and I'm kind of in my mid 20s now. I'm finally starting to, the lessons are kind of dialing back a little bit, which I do appreciate. I'm not falling on my face every single day. I'm finally like walking a little bit. But life really does change a lot and it changes really fast. So I'm going to turn my all about me into kind of just what I'm doing in the moment right now, kind of what my days look like, my habits, and I don't know, you can just follow me along. So right now I've been focusing on 75 hard and I'm on day 49 of it. 75 hard is no joke. It's actually like so like insane. I mean, obviously it's supposed to be hard. It's a hard challenge, but like it's not something you want to do forever. It's something you want to do for 75 and be done with it. And for motivation and kind of just like informational purposes, I guess, I've been looking on TikTok like people who finish the challenge and, just kind of gauge like, I don't know, maybe what I'm going to look like and what I'm going to be thinking. A lot of people end up doing 75 hard again. Bitch, that's not going to be me. Like, the last thing I want to do after this challenge is do it again. And there's a reason for that. Like, it takes so much of your day and it's a lot of work. It definitely builds discipline, but it's not something you want to be doing for a long time, honestly. So I'm looking forward to day 76. I'm going to celebrate and I'm going to transition into something else rather than just like, I don't know, doing nothing instead of the 75 hard because like I don't want to do 75 hard again. But it's been incredibly beneficial. It's just kind of a lot. And if you try it, you know. A couple things with my 75 hard. The diet that I chose is whole foods, like eating, just kind of like eating more healthy and like understanding what I'm putting in my body. So it's not like a super strict diet. I guess that would probably be something more for 75 soft, but I want to build something that I can do for a lifetime. Like I don't want to just like do a diet. There's a reason why diets fail. Like I don't everyone who's been on a diet has told me like it's not sustainable. Like that's like the biggest thing. And I tried it and I don't want to do it. So, yeah. And then the other thing is you're supposed to drink a gallon of water a day on 75 hard. That's insane. And a lot of health experts advocate against that too. It's just not like it's just unnecessary. And also, you're supposed to have like electrolytes with water too. Like, if you're just drinking a bunch of water, like you're diluting all the electrolytes that are in your body. Like, it's just not the best thing to do. But I've been having trouble getting my water in. So I've been doing a morning drink every morning. Now, it can be water. It can be, I love putting like flavor packets in my water. Um, if you don't know, like you can go on Water Talk on TikTok and search it up. It's basically like 0 calorie, like little packets you put in your water. If you have trouble drinking water, that is like one of the best things I can tell you to try. So you can get your water intake up. I do celery juice. I do green smoothies. Those are so good. I wish I could have one today, but I ran out of some of my smoothie stuff, so I need to go buy some. And I would recommend against coffee because, or maybe you could do decaf coffee. The main thing is it's a diuretic. So it's going to make you pee and it dehydrates you because of that. And that's all that means. A diuretic just means that you're going to be like peeing. So all the liquids that you're getting in, you're peeing out. So you can see why it dehydrates you. And my next thing is I've been on a faith journey. And I think it's very up and down. But, I think no matter what, if I have questions, I can ask God. Also, my faith journey is in Christianity, just FYI. Um, if I have any questions, I can ask God. Um, Not everything's going to change overnight. I don't have to act like I'm following a million rules or something. And that's all that matters. God just wants to be close with you and have a relationship with you. And I need to keep remembering that at the end of the day. Like, it's not all these things. It's just putting your trust and faith in God. And a big reason why I was deterred away from the church is because, I'm LGBT, I'm gay, and, kind of just, I guess, gender nonconforming. I just don't want to put a label on it. But if you fall under that umbrella, the biggest thing I would love to tell you is God, like, we are all children of God. And that's, no matter what people say, it's really doesn't matter. It's God. So he wants to have a relationship with you. And a lot of people are going to be throwing so much hate at you and vitriol. And, it's hard. But two things can be true at the same time. Like, people who are Christians can be, you know, super hateful, but also, like, it doesn't mean that Christianity in itself is invalid. And the more that I keep reading, the more I realize, at least for myself, like, that's how I believe the world is. And all I can tell you is that God, He loves you, He wants a relationship with you. And everyone, all this noise coming from everyone talking about you're condemned to hell, you're, just like all that, like, I know I've heard it a lot in my lifetime from a lot of people, especially a lot of people who are close to me. Two things can be true at the same time. You can be seeking God and, just be who you are. And I don't exactly have, like, like an answer to everything. Obviously, like, I'm still pretty early on in my journey, but don't let people deter you away from God, especially if He's calling to you. And that's all I have to say. And yeah, it's been so beneficial in my life. But again, like, it's very up and down, and I'm still learning and understanding. And I think I'll eventually come to a consensus on, I don't know, like, my foundation of faith. Like, I'm still building that foundation. The next thing, I've been posting on TikTok, and my username is Will Feasts. I pretty much just like talk about food, and I make food, I try food. It's everything food related. And I think I'm finally realizing with social media exactly how you should utilize it. Because for a long time, I was posting just a bunch of random things, just being like, oh, like my niche is going to be me. Like, because, I know I'm a big personality and like I just do all these things or whatever. But I think the biggest thing with the niche, or especially if you want to be a personality, you still have to start out with like an actual pretty specific niche. Because, like, let's say I say something funny on TikTok and it goes viral, and people are like, oh my gosh, this is everything. And then you go to my page and it's a bunch of random things. Like, people are not going to understand, like, 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 there's no cohesiveness. There's no, um, I don't know the word, like, yeah, there's just no cohesiveness. So, like, if something blows up and they go to your page and it's a bunch of random crap, like, no one's gonna want to stay. No one's gonna want like to be like with that. There's no branding. There's none of that. But like since I've been posting specifically like a niche of food, if something blows up and they go to my page, like everything's gonna be food related. So like then they're gonna be binging the whole thing. You know what I mean? So I think I finally not like cracked the code, but I'm like, oh, like I should have been doing this a long time ago. And I've heard people say that, but like a lot of my favorite creators, they do just a bunch of random crap. But even those quote unquote random creators, they all start with at least some sort of niche. And that's what gets people drawn in. And then you can make personality kind of your thing. You know what I mean? But I've been having a lot of fun with that, and I've been learning a lot with that. And if you've been trying to get into social media, honestly, just post. Just, I think, get in the habit of posting and then kind of try to narrow down like some sort of niche. Like if you like food or if you like fitness or if you like music. And it doesn't have to be like super uber specific. Like with my food, it's literally anything food related. I could be trying food, I could be making food, I could be talking about food. But like um it doesn't have to be uber specific, but specific enough to where people like understand your shtick, you know. I think that's incredibly just important. And it's so beneficial. Like I think I've only posted maybe like 15 videos, and like I even see I'm like, oh, this is like a lot better than just kind of posting a bunch of random crap. And that random crap is fun, but like it doesn't make a lot of sense because a lot of people don't know you. My next thing is I've been playing RuneScape. RuneScape's an online game. I'm sure pretty much no one, maybe a couple people will understand like what RuneScape actually is. But it's basically like an old game. And I love having a game on my phone that I can just pull out and play. They have a mobile version, and it's old school RuneScape from like 2000. And it's basically like an RPG, like you're on an adventure and you're online with like a ton of people too. So, you're working up all these skills, you're doing quests. They have this, oh my gosh, this is like my favorite feature in the game, but they have this thing called the Grand Exchange. And anything that you gather in the game, anything that you want to buy in the game is readily available. Like it's literally like like a market, and it's like so fun. You can sell everything, you can buy everything, and it's everything. It makes me more money motivated in real life too, which is like really funny. But it's like I don't know, like I'm sure a lot of people have felt that. Like you make like a ton of money in a game and you're like, oh my gosh, like I should be doing this like IRL, you know. But that game's super fun. It can just be a bit grindy though, and I don't know, especially in those grinding moments, you can get kind of bored. But it's really fun. Oh, and another thing, the quests kind of pissed me off, and I'll tell you why. Because a lot of them, like, let's say you start a quest, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna do this." Or we're gonna go to this place. And then you go to that place. And the person you talk to, they need like a million things. So you go grab those million things and then you go back and then you go to the next place. And then they need a million things as well. Like, I didn't like that a lot of the quests, you're running back and forth like a billion times. So now I shamelessly like, you know, I don't necessarily need a walkthrough for these quests, but I go online and look up the walkthroughs just so I have everything already in my inventory. So I'm not going to somewhere and then they're like, "Oh, we actually need all these things." And some of the things are just so basic. It's like you'll get to a place and they're like, "Oh, we need to go in this tunnel," and you need a rope to go in the tunnel. And it's like, that's like the easiest thing. Like, why did no one tell me I needed a rope until we're at the tunnel? And then I have to go all the way back and then go back. And then I have the rope. Oh, and if you know, you know, this is the one quest that really, I mean, really just made me do that, made me start doing that with like every quest. Basically, there's these goblins and they're arguing like, "Oh, we want red shirts, we want orange shirts." And every shirt that you bring them, they're like, "Oh no, we actually want this color. Oh no, we actually want this color." And they did it like 3 times, and I was like, "I'm gonna choke these goblins." I actually like, you know, you're like killing a lot of things. I was killing the goblins, like they were pissing me off. But after that, making me go back and forth like a billion times. Same with the waterfall quest. If you know, you know. Oh my gosh, that about like killed me. But yeah, that game is really fun. You do have to pay a membership though if you want to like actually do a lot of things in the game. I think it's worth just even buying it for a month and just trying it out. But I think it's definitely worthwhile for sure. It's really fun. The next thing I've been doing, I guess, is I've been watching Love Island. I watched season 7, the one with Huda and Jeremiah. I mainly say that because it was kind of chaos, like the whole time they were there. But I'm watching the season before with Leah, Serena, um, Janae, and Rob. Those are kind of like the big names, I guess. And I don't know, it's just a good thing to pass the time. Like it's so unserious. Like no one's really like finding love on there. Like let's be so for real. Um, because I feel like once you get coupled up with someone new, they completely forget about their old couple. It's like so like come on now. Like that's like so insane. They just want to stay at the villa and party and tan, and I get that. If I was there though, I would be in that pool 24/7. Are you kidding? No one's ever in the pool. And I've heard someone say because they have like all the mics on them that they don't get in the pool, but like I would take my mic off and jump in the pool. Like, what are we doing? That's what I'd be doing. And I feel like people take it a little too seriously. I know you're like trying to cultivate a relationship, but like if someone starts talking to someone else, like I don't. It's Love Island. Like I don't know. It's very unconventional. Um, and I do believe like unless you're like locked down, like I don't know, you should like explore, but also be open to your partner about that. That's kind of the big thing is, and it's a real issue among every episode I've seen is like people just need to communicate to each other. And sometimes they're kind of like lying to each other. They're like, "You're my number one," and then they'll go to someone else, and they're like, I don't know how to feel about them." It's like, wow, but it's really fun to watch. I don't know. It's something good in the meantime. And also something I've been doing is one of my favorite podcasts ever canceled. Um, they like ended, I think like probably 6 months ago or something. But I've been rewatching it and it's so good just getting to relive everything. And I used to be a huge fan of Frenemies back when that was a super big podcast. Um, it's really easy to rewatch though. I've rewatched it so many times that it's like I literally know everything and like I don't know. It's so good though because they're so funny on Frenemies. But Cancelled is like my new Frenemies, and rewatching it like there's so many episodes that it's like it's everything. Like I never like they never need to do another episode again. Like they have enough in the archive. Like it's that good. And I love how it's just so raw and real, and they're very honest about their personal lives. And, it's just, I don't know, very eye opening and very, I love people who are that transparent because it encourages me to be more transparent as well. And a wholesome thing I've been doing, this is such like a 180, is I've been loving watering the grass. Like in my gardener era. But it sounds so simple, but like it's so relaxing. Like I just go outside and water the lawn and it's literally everything. I get some sun. My little dog gets to come out with me and he's chilling. And I don't know, it's very peaceful. And I think in a world where so much is going on 24/7, like that's pretty important to have that. So yeah, I've been in my little wholesome era as well. And kind of another thing, I've been between jobs for a while now. Like kind of a concerning amount of time. Like I've never had this rough of a time trying to find a job, but like now I kind of get like people who like come online and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I have a degree and all this and like I cannot find a job for the life of me." And it's exhausting. Like the job market is so frustrating and it's so counterintuitive. Like everyone's simultaneously hiring and not hiring at the same time. Like you have to give like an arm and a leg to get an interview. It's so like insane and people are struggling as is. And like I don't know, it would just be nice to even just have something for the meantime. But I think with the way that I've kind of worked up in my jobs, I'm kind of in a spot where I'm overqualified for a lot of jobs and I'm underqualified for, kind of the more long term professional jobs. And it's kind of put me in a place where, a lot of jobs that are, like relatively easy to get into, like they probably don't want to hire me because they know I'm not going to stay. And then a lot of the more professional jobs that, I'm working on being more qualified for, they, I don't know, maybe they want more experience, maybe they want more specific experience, but it's just been kind of frustrating and honestly disappointing when you start hitting like multiple months and you don't have a job and like that like you've worked so hard to get all these qualifications or whatever. It's like it like almost breaks your confidence in a way I can't even describe. It's just like I've been working this hard for what? Like, I don't know. And I think a lot of people feel that, especially people who come out of college. And I'm not saying I have a college degree because I don't, but I feel for you and we all go through eras where things are kind of rough and you know, I'm just gonna enjoy it while I can. That's why I honestly started 75 hard because I was just like, well, I need to do something. Like, I'm not just gonna sit around all day. Might as well utilize the time that I have because I'm not always gonna have this time. So 75 hard with a job would like actually like that would kill me. Like I would like not want to do that at all. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I've been up to right now. And I don't know. It's kind of a fun time. Like I've really been enjoying my time recently, and I don't know. I think it's finding things that work for you that's really important. Like not everyone's schedule is going to be the same or have the same things in it, but like if you enjoy them and it works for you, that's what's important. But yeah, I actually really enjoyed that. I kind of forgot that I was even like talking, which was crazy, but I've been talking for 26 minutes now on the dot. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep rolling with it, keep doing more of this, and just see where it goes. Anyways, I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all in the next one, okay? Bye.